Hello? Checking to see if I'm live yet on the phone. Yes, no, yes. Hey, okay. I think I said hello to almost everybody in here. Hey, Charles, hadn't said hi to you yet. Thomas, Tammy, Sherry, Bo, Bob. Anybody else I missed? Anybody that's watching that's not talking in the chat? Hello. Trying to watch on my phone because the chat on StreamYard is extremely slow. Thank you for that, Thomas. So, I've been wanting to share some news with you guys, and I was told I couldn't say anything, so now I can. But I am in a magazine. Hi, Rosie. How are you? I'm in a magazine called Alabama Living. Hey, Lisa. Hey, everybody. Hello, Helen. I was trying to think about what time it is over there where you're at, Helen. I don't know. It's either really late or really early. I don't know. Probably really late. It's like 7:30 p.m. here where I am. But there's a magazine that people that get their electricity through a co-op get called Alabama Living. Well, apparently, unbeknownst to me, there's several different versions of Alabama Living. This one goes out to people that live in North Alabama. 1:30 a.m. Oh my word. Can y'all hear me? Yeah, I guess y'all can hear me really good. I'm using this new microphone up there. So does the audio sound okay to you guys? I use this microphone when I do the voiceovers for my videos, so I didn't know how it would work in live stream. I was hoping to sound better than what I normally have. I do have an air unit running over here. I'm sorry about that. You might hear that in the background. But so let me see. Okay, I'm having to read the comments over here because this thing's running so darn slow. Okay, so what happened was, yeah, Thomas. Thanks, Thomas. He dropped the link to the electric company that actually paid my friend to put the article out. And I'm going to do some screen sharing here. It's been a while since I've done StreamYard, so I have to give you a second here. Okay, here I'm going to do okay. Still gonna catch up with me here. Okay, this is my friend called Melissa Gaines. She is a writer and is also a photographer. Well, by a strange coincidence, she and I knew when I went to Antoinette Hall and did those videos, there was a lady there that met me. Well, actually, she invited me. This other lady, Susan Davison, invited me to go to Antoinette Hall with them and do the overnight. Well, she's friends with Melissa, and Melissa was commissioned by the Northeast Alabama Electric Co-op, I guess is what's called, to do this article. She needed to find somebody that knew something about the paranormal in the area for her to do an article about. Well, Susan told her my name, and then Susan told me about it. So I messaged Melissa, and we friended each other and started talking. And before you know it, it worked out well. It was just weird how it all happened. So what we did was they wanted to do an article about a cemetery in the area that particular electric company serviced. So you see how my flipping computer does? That's why I have so much trouble doing my videos for the uh, second channel. But yeah, it's called North Alabama Electric is the link to read the article online. They're the ones that commissioned the article. But Melissa today sent me this, and this is a PDF version of what it actually looks like in the magazine. I actually like the way it looks, pretty cool. You can see here actually some places I've actually filmed at before. Let's see. The Russell Cave National Monument right here. That's where I did that video when I was in the cave and the spirit told me somebody was murdered there. I don't know if y'all remember that, but I was by myself. That's where that was filmed. I haven't been to the Walls of Jericho yet. I go by there all the time. I would need somebody to go in there with me for that because people get lost in there all the time. Some of these other places I hadn't heard of. But anyway, but here is the actual article. And I like the way it looks like in the magazine better than I do the online version. I think it's so cool. So we went out there one night and did I had already done the interview with her via telephone one day, and then we went out here one evening to Tally Cemetery because that was in the area they surfaced over in Stevenson, and she wanted to see how I did my investigations, take pictures for the magazine, that sort of thing. Oh, really? Oh, cool, Charles. Yeah, I go to Huntsville a lot. I've gone to the Dead Children's Playground, Maple Hill Cemetery out that way, several. I got lots of videos from out that way. I know. Oh, okay, Helen. I know it's late for you, sis. You can always watch this later. But thank you for stopping by. Love you. It's like 1:30 in the morning for Helen. She lives over in England. But what happened with this is I told her, come about twilight's a good time to get good pictures if you find ghosts or anything like that. We ended up having, hi, Catherine. We ended up having a very interesting investigation that night. And I'll show you a little. I haven't put that video out yet because I was waiting for this article to come out. If you can see right here in this picture I'm circling, while we were filming, I had the camera sitting down over here. I wasn't even looking at it. I mean, through my eyes, I couldn't see a darn thing, but I had this red light on. Well, the lady from the co-op and her daughter had showed up by the time it got nightfall. They saw this misty haze through my camera and were like, So when I watched it back on camera, it was crazy, guys. It was like moving. And then it's like as soon as I guess it realized when they was like, it was like, I'm leaving, So it was like it had intelligence to it. So I can't wait for y'all to see that video. I also used the SLS camera there, and we got a lot of kids playing around the graves. So I'm going to put that video together, put it out really soon for you guys so that you can see how that investigation went. I just wasn't allowed to put it out until news of the article come out, so it wouldn't mess with any of this sort of thing. But you can see I sent her that picture from my video. These pictures down here at the bottom she took of the place and of me. And y'all probably recognize these two. This is that soldier that I took there. And then that woman right here that's bent down looking at the graves. Those were some I sent her that I took. There she is, taking a picture of me getting my stuff together. And so y'all noticed my new profile pic. She took this picture that night with my red light and everything. It was pretty cool. Hey, Kirk, how are you? She had like the gal from the co-op was shining my red light behind me while Melissa was in front of me taking the picture. It was pretty cool. So I know Thomas is sharing the online version, which you can always go back and read later. But I just like looking at this one. Thought I'd read it out to you real quick and then show you some pictures I took that night too. But it's called Haunted by History. I like how she worded it. Ghost Hunter hopes to help restless spirits tell their stories. So that's true. That's what I thought. She just got me down good. So she says, Jessie Kroll turns off the engine of her crimson sedan, steps out of the car, and unloads her gear. This isn't the first time she's been here, searching for answers she can share on her YouTube channel, Jessie's Histories and Mysteries. Yeah, I love it. The tally, y'all know I have a play. I don't know if some of you might not even realize I have all these playlists, but I have lots of playlists, and I have a tally that's got all my tally videos in it. Um, this was the first place I went to by myself and filmed. Each visit to the Tally Cemetery brings a new experience. It's at the end of a long country road just outside Stevenson. Trees overhang the road, forming a tunnel, and foliage grows alongside the path. Even though the sun hasn't quite set, it seems much darker back toward the cemetery. Weeds and wildflowers grow among the long forgotten gravestones, some of which predate the Civil War. Many of the headstones are damaged, some lying in pieces due to purported grave robbing, others cracked and deteriorating, slowly succumbing to the elements. Coral makes her way through the cemetery, weaving between markers, careful not to step on any graves. I've always been interested in the paranormal, she says. After her mother's death, her investigation became serious and she started her YouTube channel. Yeah, I'm excited, Sherry. I realized I had a lot of extra time then, and I saw other people's videos on YouTube and thought it was something I could do, she says. She started out slowly and built up her cache of gear, including cameras, recorders, and temperature meters that she uses to try to contact the dead and chronicle her encounters. I just think it's interesting to get evidence of communication with spirits, she says. But Coral has another motive besides documenting paranormal interaction. It's about documenting history. I love that. All of our older people are dying. We are losing that knowledge, she says. YouTube is a way to document things, and we go down through here. For future generations, I enjoy creating and entertaining. And when she goes into Tally Cemetery right here, I told her what I knew. The lady from the co-op told her what she knew, and then she did some investigating and found stuff out that none of us knew. So it was very interesting. So it says Tally Cemetery is on land that was once the Tally farm, inherited by John Benton Tally, who was married to Sarah Price. To the left of the cemetery, up in the woods on the ridge, is a site where Bethlehem Presbyterian Church once stood. And I know y'all have seen like where I park my vehicle and the cemetery's up here, and then there's like this other hill over here across from it. That's where the church once stood. I feel like I'm missing something here. Hang on a second. Let me get back up here. So she found out the name of the church when none of us knew what it was. The church was established by the Tally son, William Jasper, according to the Stevenson story written by Eliza Woodall. Coral first heard about Tally Cemetery from a friend and decided to check it out. And the friend was David Holcomb. I was standing in front of the sign taking photos of it and I heard something come out of the woods, she says. From her left, she heard something running at her full speed, stirring up gravel and leaves before stopping abruptly right beside her. When she turned to look, nothing was there. I've had some weird stuff happen in my life, but nothing like that. That was real scary. Then she heard the same sound come at her from the right side. I was thinking to myself, I'm a child of God. You can't hurt me. Coral did her best to ignore the incident and proceed with her investigation. This was only the second place I had been to, and I was uneducated on what to do. That was so true. She went back to a car, and as she was leaving, she quickly snapped a photo of the cemetery. When she began editing the photo at home, adjusting the brightness, she decided to put a spooky effect on the image and change the color to purple. That's when she noticed a figure standing behind a tree. It was a bald man looking at me like he was outlined in chalk, she said. Let me see if I can show you that photo. Oh, it's awful huge on this screen. But here's Mr. Alien, creepy looking cloak dagger dude looking at me. Anyway, that's another day. But that was only like, that was the first ghost photo I'd ever captured, so it was really crazy. She showed the photo to her husband, who was skeptical at first. She also showed the photo to a friend who reported seeing the same apparition in another photo, but the man was walking away. I can't remember if it was somebody I actually knew that said that, or if it was somebody in my comments of one of my tally videos. I mean, I'm not sure exactly how I found that out. I can't remember. If you go around twilight, you'll almost always see something on camera, she says. One thing most people catch is a little boy with black eyes, and he is accompanied by a black shadow figure. It's crazy what type of pictures you can get, but everyone gets something. The most popular gravesite at the cemetery belongs to a girl named Willie Talley, who died as a teenager. Her marker is a statue of a young woman standing on top of a pedestal, looking into the distance. According to local lore, the current statue is not the original. And see, that's something that I found out that night. The girl from the co-op, she knew about that. I didn't. And David Holcomb didn't know that, because I told him after the fact, did you know they were saying that wasn't the original statue? According to local lore, the current statue is not the original, which purportedly had eyes that would light up at night and draw local teenagers to the area to catch a glimpse. But the original was damaged through unknown circumstances, and the current statue is missing the woman's right hand. So, they said that that her eyes would light up at night, the old one, and then what would happen is, I think the lady from the co-op said that it was damaged in a storm, and that the people said they couldn't live without their angel. They called her the angel. So they replaced it. They got money and replaced it. And this is the rumor. This is the rumor David Holcomb told me. The rumor is that she comes down off that statue at night and walks around. Coral says, I've not seen that for myself, but I have seen a dark shadow figure behind it. I've got a picture of a woman kneeling down looking at the grave, and I've got a figure sitting on Miss Willie's stone. So she didn't put those pictures in this article, but here's the photos I was talking about. This is the dark shadow figure looking around Willie's stone. You can see the head, the black eye. Hi, Carol. How are you? You can see the hand right here, and see its arm. It almost looks to me like there's a face right here. Isn't that creepy? You can see like an eyeball, a nose, a mouth. It's creepy. And then the one of the little girl at Willie's grave, let me see, was it this one or the other one? It was this one, yeah. So here's Willie. You can see it says Willie right here. See the little girl, see her head and her hair. You can see her arms coming down. It looks to me like she's wearing a white apron. To me, you can see her eyes very clearly and her nose. She's just very clear to me. But that's what I was mentioning that she put in that article. Okay, farther into the woods, away from the main section of the cemetery, are more graves. I have such a creepy feeling where the main cemetery meets that section in the woods. I think that's where the shadow person lives, Kroll says. Yeah. There's a grave right when you walk into that section on the right. You can see a face almost etched in the stone. Not everyone sees it, but I see fingers drawing you in. And it looks to me like it's doing like this, or like that. You know what I mean? And I'm sure I've got a picture of it, or I know I've at least got a video. I might just have to wait and show it in the video, because I've got a regular picture of it somewhere, but we'll worry about that later. But all of y'all that have seen my videos on Tally know which grave I'm talking about. I've been in the woods looking at those graves, and I have gotten some disembodied voices on a recording there. Once Crow left the camera filming in the main cemetery and continued walking around in the other direction. In that particular video, I was in a different section of the cemetery. When I went back to listen to the recording, I heard a woman's voice whisper, so do something. And immediately the REM pod stops going off. And Melissa, I know you said that you were going to try to get in here and watch. I don't know. It looks like I got a text message from somebody, but maybe you. Hey, Aunt Susie. So, let me pop down here and see if that's how sweet. I'm flattered. So, Miss Melissa, if you're watching right now, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, I haven't put that video out, obviously, but I did get disembodied voices when it was just me and you out there during the day. So stay tuned for that, because I did get voices. It was really weird, and I got somebody singing. And you know as well as I do, Melissa can vouch for me, so can David and everybody else that's been out there. You can hear the train, when the train goes by. It's way miles the train is, miles and miles away. You can hear it because it's so freaking loud, and it does come very close, semi-close to where the tally is. But as far as hearing somebody yell, like even where the main road is, I don't know that you could really hear them. They'd have to be really loud. Hi, Bless Specialman's mom. Thank you so much. Did you get an Alabama Living? Did you get the copy that had me in it? Because I was told not all of them did, but how cool. I'm excited. But anyway, yeah, I got disembodied voices. So she says a REM pod is a device that radiates an electromagnetic field and uses an antenna to detect disturbances in that field. When the field is disturbed, the device makes a sound that some believers are spirits attempting to communicate. Curl takes her investigation seriously and prepares carefully. You shouldn't jump into this without knowing what you're doing, she says. The people who think it's a joke or some kind of cheap thrill are the ones who get in trouble. I go into a place with a kind spirit and good intentions. I'm always respectful. I think the spirits can tell if our intentions are good or not, and I feel they respond to that. To me, a respectful attitude helps from having something bad happen. Oh, I hear you. I hear you there. And she took these. I like how she did that photo. She took some good photos. And then here's the online version on North Alabama Electric. I don't know how Thomas found it. I told him the story came out, and like within 5 seconds, he was like, "Oh, I found a link to it." Thomas the Mod God. So here's another picture of me that wasn't in the printed one that she took. She took several of me that day. She said sometime over the weekend, maybe she might see those others. But let's see. So isn't that awesome? I think this is so cool. The picture of our soldier guy is in a magazine. I just think that's cool. So here's some interesting things. When she was asking me to send her some pictures, you just looked real quick. Yeah, so I need you. Oh, I'd be glad to, girl. I live in DeKalb County. So if you want to send me an email or something, or message me on Facebook or Twitter or something, I'll see if I can get with you. But my email is jessieshistories@gmail.com. But that'd be cool to meet up with you. This is a picture of the last time David, and of course y'all know David here, and his brother Rusty. You see something standing there, right? So I was like, what in the Sam Hill is that? So I zoomed in on it, and this was from the last time I went. Oh my gosh. Look at that dude. It's like a little skeleton dude. Looks like he got a little pot belly or something. Google Chrome. But it's like he's got bony legs. You can see his like bones. But what's real interesting to me is that was taken the same time Mr. Bony Soldier Man was taken. It was the same day, and you see how he looks all bony. But I didn't find that out until going through some stuff for her, looking for a picture. Let's see. So here's the article Melissa found. So this is John Benton Talley and his wife Sarah Price mentioned in the article. That's how she found out the name of the church and everything. Well, I got to looking at her eyes, and y'all might remember me making a social media post. Some of y'all might remember me making this post. So, I don't know. Okay, the picture of the soldier guy, I know I'm flipping around too much, had this crazy looking face on the tree, right? So, I was like, that's some very unusual eyes. Then you look at this lady, right? I wrote, does the spirit face on the left not look like the one of the lady on the right? You see how her eyes are very unusual. This one's kind of cocked up a little bit. I don't know. I mean, something about her eyes and that sour face a little bit. I don't know. To me, it looked like her when she sent me that news clipping. I don't know. Y'all may be thinking I'm crazy. But here's that picture of that haze. I don't know. Wait till y'all see it move in the video. It's going to be coming out soon. It's crazy. But these I circled are some that are potentially spirit photos I caught the day we were out there. Kind of hard to see what I was looking at in some of these. Some of them might not be nothing. But see right here, I don't know, this looks like the silhouette where I'm drawing around. That looks like a silhouette of somebody to me behind that tree or whatever. But I don't know. I mean, it looks to me like there's something here for sure. Because look how dark. Do you see how dark that is? Like, it's almost as if my stupid computer. This is why I can't record videos. The screen's broke over here and it does its own thing. Something there. Looked like there was something dark there to me. Check this out. Oh my God. It's like something wearing a black thing with a freaking white hand. Holy freaking shispit. What do y'all think? Oh my God. Let me get closer. I don't know. What do y'all think about him? He creeps me out, dude. I don't know. I don't think that was another tree. But I don't know about that one. Let's see what we got. Looked to me like there was something there. I don't know. I think I must have saw several things there. But I don't know. It's like right here. It's like a face there. It's like a face there. I don't know. But this to me, it's very hard to see. But this to me, it looks like two eyes, a nose, a mouth. And it looks like a hood around its head and a cloak. I don't know. But you can clearly see the line of it going over the top of the leaves. I don't know. What do y'all think? So, these are just some regular pictures I took. So these are the actual pictures I took, and I zoomed in and found those things in these pictures. So you can imagine how hard it is. But see, I don't know. Is that what I was looking at right there? Let's go in here. I don't know. Could it be another tree? I don't know. Or is that the one I even saw? Yeah, that's it. That is it. There he is right there. Mr. Clamface. So I didn't see that at all. I don't know. Maybe it is just a tree. I mean, maybe it is just a tree that's dark. Maybe it is a play on the shadows. But either way, it's creepy. It's hard to say. It is hard to say. I will tell you that much sometimes. But some things are just pretty unmistakable. You know, like that little girl standing there in Soldier. And like this dude, I definitely see man here. I've showed him before. But, yeah, there's some things some things you just can't mistake. Some things you think maybe, maybe not. But here's a close up of that woman with her head bent down that was in the photo in the article. You can clearly see hair coming down. Looks like she's wearing a cloak. You can see the forehead. And what's really strange, she would have to be really tiny because where this foliage is right here, it's shorter than I am. And I'm pretty short. I'm like 5'2", something like that. 5'3", maybe 5'2". And so she'd have to be shorter than me. But people were a lot smaller back then, so who knows? But these are some of the other... Oh. These are some of the pictures she took. This is some of my video. She took these. That was the profile picture. And it's got that one too. That'd be a good creepy photo. But I think that was all I had to share. Let's see. There's that. Yeah. So that's got it. But it says North Alabama Electric Cooperative Alabama Living. So yeah, the ones... I don't know. I don't think mine has all this stuff in it. So Crow Creek Wildlife Management Area. No. If you're kind of in here late, I have filmed here before at Russell Cave. That was the video of the lady that they were trying to tell me a woman had got murdered there, and I was at that big cave. In actuality, I thought... No, that looks like Russell Cave there, kind of. The Walls of Jericho. I've always heard if you go in there by yourself, you'll get lost. The one time I drove by there was an ambulance there looking for somebody, so I'm kind of too chicken to go there by myself. But this says, born in Princeton, famed songwriter Curly Putman called the Paint Rock area for most of his life. I don't know. Curly Putman Highway. I don't know about a lot of that stuff. But anyhow, I was really excited about that. Wanted to share it with you and kind of tell you the backstory of how that article came to be. And I'll be working on the video of us being there that day. And while I was there, one of them told me about Crownover Cemetery. That was the cemetery I ended up going to by myself. That I saw the lady there. That. I kept thinking it was a dog, didn't know what it was, and it looked like a lady in a black with her hair up in a bun in front of me. That was that cemetery. So I think they're all wanting to go back there with me sometime soon, and us do a nighttime investigation there, because they told me a red orb can be seen there at night. So I'd like to go. I just don't know that I'd want to go there by myself at night, because it is creepy. But it's about only 20 minutes from Tally, so that tells you there's something about that area is creepy. And then they tell me about the fort, and of course y'all know I've made the videos at the fort. It ended up being one video. I did one whole video, but I only put a few snippets of it, of the one I did the whole day, and then used it in the nighttime. These woods are haunted, when Rusty Holcomb and his son Rusty and Dusty went with me. So it's all pretty crazy stuff. So check it all out. So I'm gonna have that video coming out, and I'm not sure what all else, but I'm gonna try to do some more things for Spooktober, Jessie-tober, whatever you want to call it. But I appreciate y'all hanging out with me tonight. And happy birthday again to Thomas, and happy birthday to Bo, and anybody else that's got a birthday, anniversary. Happy day. I hope y'all have a very lovely evening. Thanks for hanging out with me for a few minutes. And I will see you on the next one. Good night, everybody. Love you. I'm going to do this real quick and then I'm going to let you go. Love you.